Maat 970. Maat 970. We are doing it. We are inching closer and closer to our finish line, which is 1001 day. Today is the 970th day of doing it in broad daylight. Recalling our own people back to the global market to go and buy and sell as was planned by our own ancestors and by the universe, to bring our talents, potentials, treasures, and be doers. Bring it in and begin to buy and sell. Share it amongst one another. Be of help to one another. The world has moved beyond trade by barter. It used to be a world of trade by barter. And then our ancestors tried to make it to become a world of buying and selling in gold standards. You know, trade by barter is when you have corn and somebody have goat. The person will give you the goat, and you're going to give the person corn. That is trade by barter. And then something better has happened, and that is when you bring goat, somebody will give you goat. You use goat and go and buy goat. The gold standards. It started from our own ancestors. They figured it out, and that gold standard ruled the world for so many years until we started to have these paper money standards. And as soon as it became the paper money standards, people find it hard to leave that very gold standard mentality in order to buy and sell in the money standards, and that is why LTB lighting is here. You don't keep having the same mentality that you have when it was the gold standard, when it is now the money standard. We are not doing anything. There's nothing you can do. Nobody can do about it, about returning us to the gold standard. If the world has moved on from that very standard, you're hurting yourself trying to continue to dwell in that kind of mentality. It's a very good way of mentally telling ourselves, spiritually telling ourselves that we cannot leave the gold standard, is to tell ourselves that money is evil. Money is the root of all evil. And so long as you continue to say that, money will keep running away from you. Money will keep flying away from you. Did you get that? Let us begin to convince ourselves that money expands our responsibility, our responsibilities. Money expands our responsibilities and abilities to care for ourselves and to care for one another. Money is not the root of all evil. So it depends on the one behind it, the money bearers, the one behind the money. Money itself is a vehicle for change, to help one another. But if you are evil, if you are totally bad, money in your hands is the worst thing that can happen to good. Money in the hands of a bad man is the worst thing that can happen to good men. I said it. LTB Live Premier member, coachEmen. Money in the hands of bad men is the worst thing that can happen. They are not going to raise others that are victorious upon the face of the earth. They are going to create men and women that are victims forever and ever. Because they are bad. Fundamentally bad. Dedicatedly bad. When the choice is to buy fine grains, to buy apple to feed the world, to satisfy the hunger of the world, to feed the anger of the world, watch them do what they know how to do best. All that very more money in their hands. They are going to use it to acquire weapons of war, to destroy themselves, to destroy each other. We're still looking forward to that very day when we will beat our weapons of war into weapons, farm instruments, into farm equipment. But until then, LTV Light team is here, leading our own people, pointing them back, returning them back to begin to go into the global market and to buy and sell and to make that money, to help themselves and to help each other. Are we clear on that? Math. 970. You and me deserve the best, whether you like to believe it or not. You and me deserve the best. The one that sent you this video knows that you and me deserve the best. You and us deserve the best. Maat 970 planted here in our world is to continue to challenge our spirit, to continue to do the right thing, to move away from that war zone that seeks to cut short our life, that seeks to continue to destroy our time and energy and go into the global market and buy and sell, that seeks to take us from that very worship mode, mentality, mindset, worship of our fellow man. Isn't it sad? The dead, hoping that the dead is going to rise from the dead and help us. Isn't it sad? They're long gone and forgotten, hoping that they're going to rise and say, the blood of good is going to help and do us. Do what? What is that going to do? The blood of whatever. You see, superstition is also another reason why most of us are very, very poor. We have built all these superstitions. It serves us to a particular degree, and that is to the entertainment level. But at the same time, it's like an illusion closing our eyes. It's like a delusion closing our eyes. Yes, we deserve the best, and yes, the best will now come to us effortlessly. And yes, the best will now come to us with ease. But at the same time, we have to rise up with the math, 970, which is gold in our hands, which is great seeds in our hand. We plant it to grow, to continue to grow and sustain us, and make these fruits come effortlessly to us. This gold, we give it to our neighbors, and our neighbors will in return give us gold. We give our neighbors trash. What do you expect from them? They'll give you trash in return. Give them war, they give you war in return. Crash. Give them garbage, worship. They give you worship in return. You keep wasting each other's time, killing each other, destroying each other's treasures. When will this end? You're wondering whose voice are you hearing? This LTB Live Premium member, coachEmen, reaching you live and direct. We've been doing this from day one. Broad daylight magic. It's not magic in the dark, and we do it. This is light magic. This is not white magic or black magic. This is light magic at its best, started by your own ancestors. Okay? The one that brought you here today, give thanks to that very person. This is our well-building exercise where we do it mentally, physically, and spiritually with our people. Bring them into the global market. Today is your turn. This is your time now to partner with the best. Okay? And that takes a spiritual exercise to take away yourself from the beasts. There's a link that is provided right here below this very video. Tap into that very link. Okay? You are going to download the LTB Lightweight Building Plan. You're going to see a way to do it. If you go to that very website, you see a way to do it. Okay, that's you saying no to the destroyer that brought in the plagues. That's you recognizing that in the times past, you didn't have to beg. Your ancestors didn't have to beg. Your ancestors had gold. They were in control of their lives. But today, what is going on? If your ancestors were able to win in gold standards, you are also able to win in money standards. Harness the finest thoughts upon the face of the earth. Harness the finest truth. Harness the finest treasures from your own ancestors. Harness the finest technology to sell at the speed of what? At the speed of light. To sell at the speed of what? At the speed of light. Me and you deserves the best. And that will come with enlightenment. And that will come with empowerment. I'm going to sign off now. At the end of this video, like it and share it with all and sundry. Share it with all your heart. Share it as far and wide as possible. coachEmen. Signing off, and we'll see you again tomorrow.